Blame Truth here. Happy New Year, everyone. Unfortunately, it's not very happy for me because immediately upon waking up this morning, I was greeted with news that it instantly pissed me off. And I think it's going to piss you off as well. I've had a few hours to stew here, but I'm still not really prepared to share with you what I'm about to share with you. But you know what? We're just going to do it anyway. It's funny. We're in 2026, right? And this is actually the year after Black Ops 2 took place. Remember when people thought the world would end in 2012? Or if they didn't think it would end, it would be some huge transformation with the world and society? I think it's been a slow burn, but I think it actually happened. And I think in a weird way, Black Ops 2 is going to predict that 2026 is going to be the cherry on top of the shit sundae here. I mean, after all, it was the last great Call of Duty game. I would argue that they should have just stopped after that. Maybe that was the key here. Maybe that was the key to show that society would be on a downtrend from 2012 onward. I don't think we could argue that it has kind of been. And then, lo and behold, we're now after the fact, and it feels like the entire world is just in shitified. Everything fucking sucks. And that's not me being negative or a glass half empty kind of person. Everything fucking sucks. Watch my video 2 videos ago about the AI debacle going on, causing things like RAM prices to skyrocket. No one can build a fucking PC. Graphics cards are rumored to be launching into the stratosphere price-wise. It is complete garbage. And wouldn't you know it, I have more complete garbage as far as news goes to share with you today. So without further ado, let's just get right on into the meat and potatoes because I don't have any fucking time to waste here. I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So the first bit of news here, the thing that really pissed me off here, Microsoft CEO says people should stop calling AI slop. We need to get beyond the arguments of slop versus sophistication and develop a new equilibrium that accounts for humans being equipped with these new cognitive amplifier tools as we relate to each other. What kind of fucking sentence is that? First and foremost, you speak like a fucking r/I am very smart moron. Shut the fuck up, you bald fraud. That's not gonna work. Like, you can't just say we should stop saying this. You're just gonna cause more people to say it. It'd be like if I just told my comment section right now, hey guys, definitely don't call AI slop. Case in point here. I know what I'm going to see if I say that sentence, and I kind of did. So you might as well go ahead and write what you would fucking write naturally. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Fellas, let me just break it down for you, okay? Let me just break it down for you. And it's not any more complicated than what I am going to say. These gigantic corporations, these rich motherfuckers, push AI on you because it will automate everything, make them more money. They'll have to pay people less. That's it. It is not deeper than that. Everything that you are currently experiencing with the inflation of RAM prices will expand to GPUs. Every single technological part will be impacted by this shit so that these stupid fucking scumbags like this bald fraud I'm covering with that stop calling AI slop quote, these people just aim to make as much money as possible. They don't want to pay real artists 6 figures for their services when they themselves can hire like someone for $10,000 to type some shit into ChatGPT and put it in the game. If Call of Duty and Battlefield and even Arc Raiders, they're all guilty of using AI to some degree. I'm sorry, but the 3 biggest games right now, I shudder to call Call of Duty big in this day and age, but regardless, the 3 biggest games that I cover or mention on this channel, the 3 shooters that I cover or mention on this channel, all use AI in some way. And I'll be honest with you, it makes me not want to play fucking any of them. I haven't touched Battlefield in a month. I haven't touched Call of Duty since I played 15 minutes of that shit at the launch of the game. And I thought about playing Arc Raiders, and no offense to anyone who likes the game, it does look like an overall good game, but I watched a buddy play it last night, and I had to fight not to fall asleep. Just being honest. Just being honest. I don't want to see gaming go down this path. I don't want to see AI-generated voices in Arc Raiders. I do not want to see AI-generated code in Call of Duty. I do not want to see AI-generated images in Battlefield. Hell, can we just cut to the chase? I don't want to see this AI garbage anywhere. If I am paying $70 for something that I could just type into ChatGPT, then what the fuck am I paying for? It is lazy, soulless shit. You know, I don't go to a restaurant to eat food that I can make in my kitchen. I don't want to go to a restaurant and pay $20 for a fucking bologna and mayonnaise sandwich that I can throw together in my own house. And this AI stuff is the equivalent of every time I go to the restaurant, I have to pay like a silverware fee or something. Or the tips keep getting out of hand. I mean, they are in real life, but the tips keep getting crazier and crazier. I'm not going to pay $5,000 for a GPU and then $80 for AI-generated crap. I will go back and I will play NES, SNES, Genesis, what have you. I'll play Atari. I will dig up cartridges of E.T. from the motherfucking landfill and put that shit in and play that before I succumb and bend over and bend the knee to this garbage being forced on us. I'm losing my mind here. I'm sorry. I'm getting too heated. I apologize. Guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go grab a beer before my blood pressure spikes. And, yeah, I'm gonna drink a Blame Wiser. You guys just enjoy the ad read here. I'll be right back, okay? Today's video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. Now, I've been using FlexiSpot's standing desk for years now, and I swear by it. So when they asked me to review this C7 Max here, I said, yes, please. This is, for my money, the best chair I have ever used. Insanely comfortable, insanely adjustable. Every bit of this thing is adjustable from the headrest all the way down to the lumbar support and the 5D armrests. I have never seen armrests this ergonomic. You can move these things any way you want. The lumbar support, as always, is fantastic. It keeps my lower back from hurting after sitting a long time. And of course, the seat as well is super cushioned, very comfortable. You can even adjust the height of the backrest entirely to really dial in that lumbar support. This model also has an extendable footrest. So when I'm relaxing after a hard day of double dragoning on my NES here and dying on the 4th level over and over, I can at least do it in comfort and kick my feet up. Guys, the C7 Max has a 10-year warranty and a 30-day return policy, and you can use my code C750 to get $50 off of your purchase. You can also get the C5 chair, which is a cheaper alternative, and the C7 Morpher chair, which is a brand new model from FlexiSpot. Both of those will be featured in the description. You can pick exactly the one you want. But guys, I truly do swear by FlexiSpot stuff. It is incredible. Definitely treat yourself this Christmas with the best chairs I have ever used. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. Get you a FlexiSpot chair. Your lower back will thank you. Some great lumbar support their chairs have. But anyway, I got some food in me. I got some beer in me. I've calmed down a little bit, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, what I'm showing you there. Like, if you think it's just bad right now, it's about to get a whole lot worse here. But first, I want to cover Battlefield and Call of Duty. So if you guys go back to the Black Ops 7 beta, where Call of Duty seemed to finally be getting its shit together, the Battlefield 6 launch was popping off. Black Ops 7, they said they were removing skill-based matchmaking. They lied about it, of course. But all of this stuff was happening, and for like one day, I was excited, and I was looking forward to the future. I thought, and let me know if you were with me here, okay? Let me know in the comments section, like the video, whatever, if you are with me or were with me, I should say. I thought that this year would be these two juggernauts battling it out for FPS multiplayer supremacy. That's what I thought. I thought competition would breed excellence here, as it usually does. As it usually does. I don't think I was wrong to think that. And I was excited to have two juggernauts actually try again. Yeah, here's what actually happened. Call of Duty lied and gaslit us, and Battlefield 6 fell off a cliff player count-wise because they ripped off the same business model of a failing franchise that hasn't even recovered from last year's falling off a cliff in Call of Duty. The fucking suits making millions, if not billions of dollars, decided to rip off the business model of a game that lost like 85% of its player base in 1 year, that also is down double-digit percentage full game dollar sales. I ask you, viewer, why in the fuck would EA do that? Battlefield missed so fucking hard by putting resources into RedSec. It has done nothing to help the game. It's done nothing. Not only that, but people are so sick of fucking battle passes and bundles in the shop. The same shit we've seen for ages. Battlefield 6, the suits in charge, I should say, simply just ripped off Call of Duty's business model. Now, why in the fuck would you rip off the business model of a dying game? I gotta ask again, can someone answer it for me? And if you don't believe me, if you think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill and Battlefield 6 didn't do that, maybe you missed this little snippet right here, guys. So I'm sure you guys saw this, but this is the direct result, I'm thinking, of AI. Because I don't see how you don't see this as someone who makes the art for the game, you know? Detonated on Twitter says, players have noticed similarities between a new Battlefield 6 skin and the Call of Duty Ghosts logo. And look, guys, I dislike Call of Duty. I do. But I actually had this poster. I pre-ordered Ghosts like a fucking idiot back in the day. And I got this really big skull Call of Duty Ghosts poster. And I had this poster up in my house for years until I realized that Call of Duty Ghosts sucked. I mean, I realized that years earlier, but regardless, it kind of dawned on me I shouldn't have a poster up for my game I hate. So I tore it down. But I looked at this skull for like every day for years. And then I saw this in Battlefield 6, and it is a direct ripoff of the Call of Duty Ghosts logo. Either AI messed up somewhere along the way, or someone just blatantly tried to rip it off and change like a little bit of it so no one would notice. But I'm going to just go ahead and say, after what I saw with Battlefield 6's AI usage behind the scenes that people had figured out, I'm going to say it's an AI mess up. And this is just another issue with AI, because AI is just stolen fucking content all across the web. So it's bound to break copyright law eventually, right? Guys, again, let me just show you this from Battlefield 6. I didn't show all of this in the last video where I covered this, but I'm not going to sit here and suck off Battlefield 6 if it's doing the same exact shit Call of Duty is doing. I'm sorry. I do like the game, but I cannot excuse this. So I'm just going to go through this Reddit thread. I linked it in the comments section, but I didn't cover it all in the video. I think it needs to be seen by all of you guys, okay? 12 days ago, this guy says, there are a lot of things that don't really pass the vibe check. Maybe AI. Does the bear have 4 or 5 claws here? Yeah, that's already very suspect. What's even going on here? Fish fins, body made of shark jaws. It is a bit weird, yeah. Random black line coming off the magazine. Why is the barrel so low and weird looking? Perspective doesn't match the barrel. Tip of the wing is backwards. This is a big one. I used it in my thumbnail. Extra sail fin, extra side fin. I mean, we can go on and on here. There's probably more that this guy missed as well. Nonsense leaf structure. Failed attempt to generate palm leaves. Extra segments of bone. 3 arm segments and then 2 arm segments on the other arm. The eagle's talon looks kind of wonky here. And I can't read what this says. What is that hand? What is this hand? It's a little too low res. But I'm going to trust and say something's kind of wonky with the fingers. That's usually the AI's MO there. But yeah, this is a fully priced $70 game, by the way. 6.1K people upvoted this. And this guy at the top says, man, fuck AI art in full-priced games. Hire artists for fuck's sake. Yeah, plot twist, an artist was indeed hired, but just lazy. They are just as bad as Call of Duty. They are. EA is. I mean, guys, I don't know what to say other than this is what you fucking get. This is why both games have lost a considerable amount of players. And if this is the future of FPS, again, I'm checked out. If you think Call of Duty is maybe going to try hard after that blog post they made, sucking our fucking dicks and saying Black Ops 7 is going to be great, well, they're shoving like their 8th double XP weekend at us, and they're probably going to give the game away for free for another week very soon because the numbers are just continually down. They're still losing players. And it's no wonder because Sky on Twitter says they have cranked the ever-living fuck out of SBMM for the Christmas noobs. Also, apparently, if in the free-to-play like thing, you couldn't even select the open playlist. You were only locked into the SBMM playlists if you were like a new player doing the free trial or whatever. So that's like false advertising or whatever. But anyway, I've been finding nothing but Master Prestige players in every lobby. And Matt here says, no, they haven't. And by they, he means them, Treyarch. So this guy, all of a sudden, after like 5-6 years of silence, says all of this stuff about SBMM, open matchmaking, what have you, right before the Black Ops 7 release. And I want to go back and show you exactly what he said from his fucking mouth, not mine, so you can really take it in, okay? Look at this.
Next question. And it's a good question. Why wait until the Black Ops 7 beta to try this? Simply put, it's a beta. Betas are meant for us to test things. We wanted to take a big swing on something that we knew you had a lot of feedback on. That's what we did with matchmaking, and that's why we did it.
Keep in mind, though, these lying fucking schmucks said this back in September. In regards to all the questions about SBMM and disbanding lobbies, Treyarch told us they see the comments on it, but it's not under their control to change or adjust those. We are just the developers. So either they were lying back then about having control over SBMM, or they're lying now, or both. Like, I am so sick of this just bald frauds. I'm sorry, but this is the FPS war I was looking forward to in 2026, guys. This is it right here. Getting rug pulled before Black Ops 7's launch and watching Battlefield 6 get exposed for just copying Call of Duty's business model. This is the fucking franchise. Or I could play Arc Raiders, which again, I'm sure it's a good game. I just don't know if it's for me. And the whole AI voice thing rubs me the wrong way. You know what I mean? And if you think like all of this news is bad and everything's looking gloom and doom, well, I hate to break it to you, but it's only going to get worse. Check this out. This is from Insider Gaming. Year in review. AI in gaming will only get worse in 2026. 2025 has seen AI dominate various forms of media, leading to a significant impact across the entire spectrum of the world, including the gaming industry. However, this is merely the tip of the iceberg, and the impact is likely to intensify in 2026. The past 12 months have seen AI become increasingly prominent in gaming, ranging from additions like an AI-voiced Darth Vader in Fortnite, I didn't even know about that, to a fully AI-generated game with a smattering of other controversies in between. While these incidents have sparked discussions at various points of the year, 2025 is set to be only a drop in the ocean for AI in video games, and a huge crossroads lurks ahead. Skipping ahead here in the article, will the backlash ease? Heading into 2026 using AI, generative AI in particular, it's somewhat of a death note, as it's certain to cause backlash among gamers, and there's no hiding any usage as players don their detective gear to uncover the truth of whether AI has been used in assets. Essentially, it's a PR nightmare. What's unclear is whether that backlash will remain, as the growing use of AI may eventually be the norm, rightly or wrongly. When used in the right way to support developers and ease tasks, AI is a handy tool, but it's hard to look across the wealth of layoffs in the industry in recent years and see higher ups not viewing AI as a handy, cost-cutting measure. Just to close this out here, guys, just to close this out. Do you recall with Black Ops 6 where I made some pretty good arguments, I thought, of Black Ops 6 maps being AI generated? I made several videos about it. Some people were saying you couldn't do that with AI, and this $1 trillion company couldn't accomplish that. And I said, well, maybe devs are using ChatGPT just to get a general layout because you can ask it to make a fucking map. And when I asked it to make a fucking map, it designed maps very similar to the maps we saw in Black Ops 6, down to the names. The thing about the names being used is that AI models like that, ChatGPT in particular, are only up to a certain point, updated to a certain point. That's why AI thought Black Ops 7 didn't even exist. I wish, but the point is it wasn't pulling from Black Ops 6 at the time when I did those tests. It was pulling from just the general script the AI pulls from, which further proves that they probably used AI to make the maps in Black Ops 6. Because my God, if a human being actually made those maps from scratch, please stop being a game dev. Go get in line at the Waffle House and put in your application, motherfucker. All right? Because God, those maps were abysmal. But yeah, totally could have happened. Regardless, someone made an entire AI-generated video game. To think that Activision Blizzard wouldn't try to fucking do that after catching them time and time again with their adverts even? They had AI ads even? I mean, dude. Guys, I'm out of time. Please don't let them kill gaming. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.